Okay, and we are back. Yes, yes. I think I need some music now. Um, Restream wasn't giving me its music, and I wanted music. I need music. So let's see what we can pull up from Jason Mind Amend. Da-da, da-da, da-da. Ooh, I really like his stuff. You probably know that already. And I have donated to him because I love what he does. Ooh, what's this one? Upbeat study music, deep focus for complex tasks, dubstep mix. That sounds interesting. Let's do it. And I think I gotta turn my speaker on. Okay, that might be a little too crazy. Uh oh. Okay, I can already tell. Too crazy. I want to relax. Let's change my speaker. There we go. Takes a whole lot to set this up. Okay. So this one is, oh dear, deep focus, dark house, upbeat study music, mandrill mix, isochronic tones. There used to be a group, an R&B group called Mandrill. For as old as me, you'll remember. Let's see. Let me just invite some friends in case they're in the mood to come up. I know I should have had all this set before, but this was impromptu. I didn't know I was gonna do this. I have been sitting here coloring for a little bit, and I don't know. I just decided to go live. I don't know why. Well, I don't know why. I really don't. Um, let's see. Okay, so just gonna color. Well, one thing was I was working on this at the end of the live last night, and ooh, that's a little too loud. Hold on. I was working on this at the end of the live last night, and I don't know because I didn't know where to go with the previous page. I wasn't ready for my next decision with that one, and I still was trying to get that coloring thing out of my system before bed, and ooh, I don't like what I did just there. That was weird. Um, yeah. So I just started this one, and then I was sitting here after I ate my dinner and my dessert, and I can move these sharpeners out the way. And I started doing this part, the background, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is like gonna be like kind of tedious. Just sit here and do it. So I figured it would be a good time just to come live and just do that. So I actually like did a lot this weekend. Just not what I intended necessarily, but um, like a lot of stuff with my computer mostly, and figuring out some software thingies. But it's funny how I can do that stuff and then think and tell myself, well, you didn't do anything this weekend. Yeah, I did actually. It was actually a lot of stuff. It's just different stuff. So, yeah, and stuff that needed to be done that I kept pushing to the back. So, pushing to the back burner because I didn't have time. So, I got the time. I had the time this weekend because I didn't have to prepare for, going to work this week. So, it was a good time to do it. And there's always, excuse me, wow, that gelato. One I ate wasn't really my favorite. I don't know. It's coffee gelato, and it has chocolate covered coffee beans in it. And I don't know if they changed their ingredients or what happened, but it seems like they don't taste the same the past few times I've bought it. I don't know why that is. I'm having a production problem, I guess. It's not the same. Whew, I don't know if I can keep this one up with this music. It's a little too, I don't know. We'll see. I'll change it a little, maybe in between. So something, I think I was talking about it with View at the end of my last live. The that I had, it wasn't like really, it wasn't like a copyright strike. It was just like telling me that I had copyright content in my video, and I didn't. Well, I did kind of, but it's mine. Um, so it did like a minute or so of some music that it gave the name of the song and whatever. It's like, yeah, well, that's not it because I created that from scratch with loops that are in the software that I have, and I, and then no, it's not that. So I figure I just need to just go ahead and like whenever I'm getting ready to upload something, um, put put any of the things I've created in Acoustica Mixcraft in a coloring video. I need to um, have better tags on it so that maybe YouTube will not send me those notices like it did. I think this is the second time it's done that. So yeah, if I have my tags in there, I think that in the actual sound file, it might mitigate that. Might stop that from happening, stop them from doing that. And I don't know, maybe it'll even up some requests for people to say they want to use mine and I can get some money. I gotta figure out how that works. It's something that's been in the back of my head for like probably like I don't know since maybe since 2013. That's 10 years. Yeah, but I haven't really had time to pursue it. I just always had in the back of my mind, well, I'm just going to be in a band again anyway, so like, why bother? Because it's not my preferred way of making music, but I don't know when that's going to happen, when I'm going to ever be in, like, physically with a group of musicians again. Um, when my best friend died, that kind of changed something with that for me. Um, well, actually, two friends that I had die. They were musicians. Um, in the past 3 years. And with that, I mean, there were two people that were really important to me musically. So, and people that, like, if I were going to work with anyone again and it was somebody I already knew, they were two of those people. It would be them. They did totally different styles of music, but I do all kinds of music anyway. I work with anything, just about, except for opera. Um, and Yeah, so when they passed away, it was like a door closed for me doing those types, any endeavor with them again. Sad. Say goodbye to that, along with saying goodbye to them, which is still something I'm working through. But I'm doing a lot better with that than I was. 'Cause these people were also like important people in my life. One important for like just the time period when I met him was, and how I met him. I was, young adult. He was a young adult. Um, I don't want to say too much, but um, someone I was dating was his sound engineer, and the sound engineer guy was pretty much my first boyfriend. So my first real boyfriend. So it was kind of, I don't know, very, I don't know how you say it. There were several things about the loss of him that hit all at once because of that. Um, and I'd never had a chance to work with him musically, but um, as I got older, lots of people that I did work with musically, I would always tell them about him. Like, I'm always one of those people trying to put people together. And if I see somebody has a particular talent or something they particularly like to do, I try to put those people together. And so that's what I would do. There are people I worked with in one musical endeavor that I would tell them about this guy. It says, I think you would like this guy because he likes the same type of music, the style, way of playing, and all that kind of stuff. And that did happen. Some of them met up with each other and did some things together. And I had always hoped that someday that I would be able to work with them in that way too. It never had happened up to that point because we were always doing different things. So when he passed away, that closed the door to that. That I would never do that. It's kind of it's sad, but I just consider if God wanted that to be, it would have happened. And I think also what needed to happen was for other people to meet him. So that I happen to know. And for them to meet him and him to meet them. So, and then they could work together. So, yeah, whatever needed to happen happened. Okay, I'm going to go over this again because unlike the other, let me focus a little bit. Unlike, it doesn't look very good, does it? Try it again. Hey, autofocus, work with me now. It looks so fuzzy. Maybe I need to go closer like that. Okay. How did I get on that music conversation anyway? I don't know. So they said it was supposed to snow this weekend, and I says, yeah, right, because it's been so warm for so many days relative to what we need in order to get snow. But lo and behold, I looked on the porch and there are little pellets of snow on some of the hard surfaces. I don't know if that means we're really going to get snow that sticks to the ground, but yeah, there's some snow down there. The snow. And my speaking voice is just so weird, and mostly I just don't think about it because I can't do anything about it. But my speaking voice is so strange with braces in it because I have to adjust how I talk. Um, yeah, so if you think I'm talking weird today, yeah, I probably am because these things are moving, and every time they move, it changes how I have to try to speak. How I have to how I how I talk because I have to figure out how I can best get the words out. But go this week, Thursday, for my next kind of in between adjustment, and I may be getting rubber bands, so my speaking voice might get worse. Uh, yeah, I definitely want this darker. I don't want that white stuff in between there and here. I don't know what I'll do with that though. I'm gonna leave that for now. Using my Blick Studio pencils, which I can also get open stock, so that's kind of nice. I don't think I would buy another set of these, but definitely will buy open stock to replace them as they wear down. What do I want in there? What if I made it pink instead of red? Let me look back at what I've done already because I like to change up my colors. So I know I don't want to use brown because I got an orange and brown there. Let's see. Or I think I don't want to use brown. Let's see. I probably should have plugged my phone in. Trying to get better access to my pencils. Let's look at one that I haven't used. One of these that I haven't used that much. When it, I don't know. When it comes to yellows and stuff, it's hard to find yellows, orange, red. It's hard to find one that I haven't used that much. Because those are like, okay, I didn't want that to be that orange, but whatever. This won't be the only time I go over it, I guess. Yeah, so today I was investigating how to tag my MP3 files. And So I guess it looks like, oops, I kind of went over the line there, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. Oh. Um, I found what seems to be the best software to do that, like user friendly and does gets the job done, all that. And it's free. I think it's free, and it's called MP3 Tag. Nice name, right? That's supposed to do what it says. Um, so that's my next my next task is to like download that and then start tagging, start putting in the info, because you can no longer go in to a MP3 file and click properties and then change the details there. You can't do that anymore. You used to be able to do that in Windows, and you can't do that. And I don't see where in Acoustica that you can actually do it in there when you create an MP3 file. I may be missing that. Um, I don't know where that is or something, but I don't see it. So, oh, is it this one I want? This is that cherry red. I love this cherry red. So you got to go through an extra step to do it. And I happened to go on Microsoft's website, for support or whatever, and somebody else had made the comment that I just made, that like you can't do that anymore. And then they were making the comment I was making in the video that I did yesterday, the live yesterday, that they've made things harder to do, to accomplish in Windows, um, by not allowing you to, not allowing you to tag, change the descriptions of files. But I know they did that because I'm pretty sure they did that because of crooks. That's what I think. Or it was one of those cases of gain the functionality for one thing by losing the functionality of another, and you had to weigh which one is it best for us to do overall. And so we lose the one ability for gaining the other ability that's less likely to affect the average person. So it's not my imagination that I can't change that stuff in Windows like I used to be able to. Then I used to have a music player that I would always download on my computers whenever I got a new one, that was called Music Bee. Um, I thought about downloading that because that would like kind of auto tag, and it had a tagger inside, where you could change things or whatever. But I'm not sure. Not sure that I want to do that, because it seems just to be a lot more than just downloading one thing to accomplish the job, as opposed to downloading something that's going to want to play all my videos and all my videos and music and so on, so on. I don't know. I love the program Music Bee, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. And it was kind of like almost like one of those open source programs, independent, somebody who made it just for the love of it. And but when he gets tired of making it, I don't know, and providing updates for it, then what's going to happen? And because Windows seems to keep changing things so much, I don't want to wind up with another um, program or file conflict issue. So I want to keep it simple. Keep it simple. So I'm going to download MP3 tag, and that also means I also, in that effort, I want to try to have a more um, definite name for the music. Like right now, I just have it in I just have everything in workable titles. You know, they're all working titles just for to remind me of what they are, and they don't really have anything to do with anything, but just to help me find it when I need to work on it. Um, but I'm probably gonna have to start giving them real names. So that kind of changes things a little bit when I'm having to mix them down to an MP3 and stuff. I'm deciding which file, I don't know, how to track the old file and the new file, and realize that, oh, this is the same as this that I named as this. Yeah, I'm going to have to get better and find a system for that. Files, files, files. My life is files. Boy, that's rad. An eye-numbing red. This is cherry red. I love this color. I use it. I go to this one quite a lot. I'm pressing down so hard. So, excuse me. Sliding over. Hmm. Oops, up a little bit. Oof. Boy, it's a lot of brightness. It's very, very bright. I think what I might do is actually put some darker color in there, like use blue or trying to stay away from brown, but maybe blue, or I'm trying to stay away from black too, because sometimes black will, depending on what they make their black pigment with, sometimes it'll come off as green or something like that. Or I suppose I could use dark green to kind of like outline and give it shadow, green or blue. Wow, it's bright. Let's see what happens. I love Blick white pencils. They make for good blenders and things. And they can get them open stock. What's that one going on? Yeah, you can tell the difference between the ones I blended and the ones I didn't. I was thinking about just watching some old movies today that I found on YouTube. Movies from the 70s. Like, it's this movie, Do Not Fold, Bend, or Mutilate. And I remember that title from when I was a kid, and I was like, I can't remember what that was about. That book, I think it might have been a book as well. And I saw the movie come across my recommendations on YouTube. I was like, oh, I want to see that because I don't remember what that was about. So that's on my list of things to watch this week, possibly before I go to bed tonight. Okay, we got that. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the crisscrossy thing. Boy, that's a lot of red. Let's see. I could actually put this back where it belongs. That way. And do I really want to stick with all red and yellow? In my heart, I think not. Where's that? And see, this is why I think I have more than one set of colored pencils, is because you don't always have all the colors you want in one set. You really don't. Depending on what you're coloring. I mean, you can try and, you can try and make it work with just what's in the set. And a lot of times I do, but sometimes you just want something else. Like this is Starjoy Gold. It's like totally different. I have a similar color in black. Where is it? Those. One of these guys. Which one? I don't know why I keep looking at this one. Like, use this one. What the heck? I'm just going to use it. It keeps looking at me. Mommy, it keeps looking at me. So I'm going there. I needed something to take it out of that red thing so that I wouldn't see it just that way. I had to do it. It's like, stop looking at me, red. Along with stop looking at me, boysenberry. What is a boysenberry? I don't think I've ever seen an actual boysenberry. Oh, now see? This actually works pretty good on here. Maybe I should switch to the Starjoy Golds. I like how they feel when it lays down color. I think I was using mostly Starjoy Golds in that Creative Haven Magical Fairies book, which has similar paper to this. And I think this is why it does go down pretty good in here. I think this paper might even be a little lighter, but just don't give me a reason to buy another set of these. I don't want another set. They do go down nice on this paper. And when I was looking at my email today, I had an email from Office Depot, and got like 40% off of their printing services. Like, I didn't even really know that they had printing services. And immediately I thought, coloring pages, my Fantasia book. I wonder if I could like have them like print all of those pages onto better, you know, better paper to color. And how much would that cost? I'm actually thinking about doing that and having them blow up the pictures, like make them a little bigger than they are so that I will actually like want to color them because I don't like coloring tiny. If they could do that, oh my gosh, that would be so awesome. So who knows? I next time I head up that way to the one nearest us, or actually it's down that way, um, I may have to talk to somebody about that. I may even go this week and just talk to somebody about it. See if they can do it, make a plan, find out how much it is, and if I have to save my pennies to do it, do that. Okay, now we need a sharper pencil. This ain't gonna work. Do I want to use this? Yeah, no, let's use that. Would be awesome though, because like I don't feel like my printer is not. I don't think it's up to the task. It's not as I don't know. I just don't think it's really made for that, and I don't want to for a coloring page. I don't. I really don't want a half-ass job of it, half-ass printing image of it. And then if I did that, then I'm thinking I would have to um, oh my gosh, look at all these little things. Ew. Are we gonna do them all? Is that what we're gonna do? Ugh. Yeah, pay attention. Um, ooh, what was I gonna say? I don't even remember. Oh, so if I were going to do that, I would probably would have to take all the pages out of the book and then have something. I would want to have something nice to put them in. Like a notebook, which I do kind of have one actually that I can put them in. Um, yeah, so that's something I'm thinking about. Didn't know Office Depot had printing services. It's where I live is kind of small, and I guess there was one local place, and they possibly, I mean, that like they had a copier there, but I don't know you know, how deep of a job they would have done that at that. Um, and now we have a UPS store, and they might have a printer too. But yeah, I don't kind of. I want it to be like professional quality kind of thing. So I'm gonna investigate that. Man, especially if they can blow up the pictures, make them a little bit larger. That would be so awesome. Well, there's one. Oh my gosh. That felt a little bit like torture, just a little, but it was a little bit like, oh man, I gotta pay attention. I can't go over the lines. At least I've broken up the red renegades. So let's see. Take a little break here. Give my hand a little break. Oh, excuse me. What else did I do today? So as I was working on some music today in Mixcraft, and I don't know what's going on in there. It's like things that I thought I had. I don't know. There's all these extension things or other apps that you can have in it, and that, or like when you buy it, like they'll automatically like give it to you like on some kind of deal or whatever. And I had them, but then when I look, it's like, well, where is it? I can't find it inside there when I open their interface, and I had to like sign in. I had to verify my email and all that stuff once I did that. And I don't know, jumping through all these hoops, and it's like, okay, like when do I get to use the stuff? Like I still can't find it. Right? So I got to figure out, am I supposed to download this again or what? And why do I have to download it again? Because I thought I already had it in the interface. So I'm gonna have to double check, or it's possible that I had it in another version of Mixcraft, and that when it upgraded to the next version, it didn't bring that with it, which is kind of stupid. I'm thinking, why would I have to have every single version of Mixcraft I've ever had in order to have access to this stuff? And why do I have to re-download the extras? It doesn't make sense to me. But then that's another software kind of um, project on my computer. Oh, I just got a message from in my email from Dover Editors. They said, shop now. Your $20 coupon expires tonight. Spring ahead, save, and turn up the fun. So check out Dover. They got something going on today. Oh, I didn't really want to open it. I didn't want to open it. I don't want to open it. I'm not buying any more books. Um, yeah, so it's like everything to do with software, to do with computers is like such a long, drawn out dance that it can be irritating, but I'm not going to let it irritate me. Wonder if I should make them different colors. I think that would be cool. But then we got to figure out what the other color is going to be. And why am I thinking the other color should be turquoise? I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking turquoise. And also, just a reminder, if you look on my wall, that Dover has a coloring book giveaway. I posted it on my wall. So just enter, and I think there's like 3 coloring books they're giving away. And I think they might be new ones, like newly published. I didn't look too close. But I entered the giveaway, but I didn't look that close because I really don't want any other books. But if I received them, of course, I'd accept them. I'm not buying no more. Oops, let me show what I'm doing. Um, I wonder, I should go back and forth and like have one be turquoise, one, they look like medallions to me. So I have one medallion be turquoise, have one be boysenberry, and then make the flower inside the opposite colors. Oh, maybe I should have one be yellow too. Kind of sounds like some kind of a plan. I don't want to be too monotone. But I also don't want to go into rainbow zone either. So we got 1, 2, 3 in between. Uh, these back because I'm not using them. Ugh. Keep an eye on my time. 51. I think I may go at the hour mark. I will go at the hour mark. I gotta be better about that. Managing my time better. So it's officially spring in 11 days. I'm actually hoping for a nice weather day this week, or at least semi nice. Maybe not so nice that like bugs start coming out, but nice so that I can, I don't know, and dry. So I can go out in the yard and maybe clean up the garden beds a little bit and then drop some seeds down. I have tons because I used to collect seeds. And then at one point, well, because of changes with my work, I went from like part time to kind of like 3/4 time, I guess. I don't know, just my responsibilities started changing, and I just didn't have time to garden anymore. I was spending a lot of time planning and doing stuff for work, so I kind of stopped gardening. Plus, my husband retired, and so he was doing things in the yard that were going to undo whatever I did in the garden. So I was like, I'm just going to leave it alone till he's done doing whatever he's doing. Um, and so I think he's pretty much kind of leveled out with that and he's back to working inside. So I think I'm going to go out and just like drop some of those old seeds, and it's like, let's see what happens. Cause like, they're so old that I don't know if they're going to do anything or not. And so it's kind of like, if I'm going to dump them, I'm not going to put them in the garbage. I'm just going to put them in the garden bed. And if something comes up, it's a happy surprise. If nothing comes up, it's like, well, okay, let the bed rest for another year. I don't care. And let the seed feed the ground. So I want to do that. And I want to do that with a kind of purposefully, that like, if it does come up, this is where I want it to be. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping to maybe do that this week, because then I can get rid of those boxes of seeds too. I do miss having, lots of flowers in my yard. I grew, man, and it's really amazing actually because like I killed everything inside and outside to do with plants. But I started doing that winter sowing and it just totally changed my entire world. And I grew things that like, just unbelievable. But it's only because of the process. It's the process that does it. A seed has in it what it's supposed to do, and in the right conditions, it's going to do it. That's all there is to it. Okay. I kind of like this. Actually, I think I'm going to stop here because I like where I'm at with it. And I keep moving it around. Yeah, I might even get to clean my desk up a little bit this week. That's another reason why I haven't done any Hannah Carlzon or why I put away those books, the Hannah Carlzon books. I was really getting frustrated in part because I don't have the room to work with everything I wanted to work with them. Ooh, that just fell at the bottom. And yeah, and I just can't do it without more space. I just can't. So, and I can't. Yeah, I have other things I really need to concentrate on. So, didn't have time to go there. But I'm thinking I'm going to add turquoise unless my mind changes when I look at this again. I think I want turquoise. I just got to figure out who's turquoise. Lick doesn't really, we don't really have one. So it's going to have to be another pencil set. Okay, so that's it for me tonight on here. Thank you for watching. And I hope you have a very good night, good evening, and hey to everyone on the replay. Have a good day, evening, and all that. Bye bye.